if you go back to the roots of the word economy, to household with limited resources, that is actually what it's all about. That was all these MBAs had learned from schools, right? And still we know that we are fishing out all the fishes, all the natural resources that we are leaning on for how, and we have all the information, as you said, and we have the understanding, and we have all this on the table, and still we don't make the shift. Why is that?
Yeah, because values are slow and changing in a culture, but once they start, you can't stop it. And it takes a number of features in the culture at large to cause a shift. And with these financiers having to explain to their grandchildren why they're doing what they're doing is really having an impact at board meetings even. So and so the trend line is to win, 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 that third win. And the company will be rewarded when it does a third win. And more of these companies are learning they can make more money doing it too. So they still be selfish in a sense, but they have to buy into the contribution to society at large. Otherwise, they won't have anything to sell anybody.
But there is one word I'm after, actually, which is when we were talking a little bit before here. It's trust, because as I see, if there is no trust, then there will be no change. Right?
That's right. Mutual trust and respect.
Yeah,
that's what we call it.
Mutual trust and respect. And what is different now, as I see it at least, is that the hero leader. I think that perhaps we are into an age now when we don't looking after the hero as leading us towards the goal. I think it's kind of a common creating process where we're creating our common vision. That's what I think, which is the purpose. And what I'm after is a little bit for you to describe the shift between, first of all, what the colors, the orange and the green and the yellow, for example.
Well, the orange is free market, profit driven, and green comes in with heavy taxation and egalitarian motives and redistribution, and feelings are important, not productivity. But yellow comes in with functionality, functional capitalism for that third win. So a whole different value structure is going to emerge in Sweden more quickly than probably any else place on the planet because of those conditions that you've got.
And so ultimately, I wonder, what the purpose of enhanced consciousness is. You were talking about working with neuroscience. I work with neurosciences too in the Mind and Life organization where I sit on the board.
Sure, yeah.
And where some of the outstanding neuroscientists in Europe are really focusing or studying the how we're hardwired, so to speak, for kindness, collaboration, empathy, compassion, and ultimately, to me, although it may be something that we take for granted, enhanced consciousness doesn't necessarily mean enhanced compassion.
No.
So
Exactly.
if we can make that connect between enhanced consciousness and more empathy, more compassion, more kindness, more collaboration, I think that's a winning combination.
Yeah.
And that's a really needed combination, because the frailties that are kind of built into the system, whether you look at our food distribution or you go to a major city,
Yeah.
and if the food lines, are cut off, you're going to have anarchy within 3 days.
Quickly.
And that's very easy to do. Or water supply or whatever, or viruses, illnesses. If huge cataclysms. And so how do we act as human beings then with this enhanced consciousness?
That's right.
How do we treat our sisters and brothers, our neighbors, our fellow citizens? And that link somewhere seems to me to be something we need to focus on in the globally enhanced consciousness.
That's where I think what I picked up from neuroscience is rather promising, namely that our brains are plastic, and we can choose to develop certain capacities, or we can choose not to do it. And if that is right, you have, of course, to start with kids very early on.
That's right.